Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Building with Flow. Today I want to start off with this over here. We've got this stony wasteland over here which has been really not nice to look at for a very long time now, and I really want to change this. I want to cover all of this up with grass and dirt blocks just to give it a bit of a more interesting look, and then afterwards we can also put some foliage around there, kind of like what I did on the other side of the hill over here. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, this over here, we've got this part used to be stony shore as well, but I decided to cover it up with grass blocks and dirt and coarse dirt and some custom trees, and I think this is looking a lot better right now. And so I'm gonna do the same on the other side of the hill over here. This entire part going down, and then this here and this over here. It's gonna be a lot of grass and dirt blocks to place down, but I think it's gonna be worth it. So let's start off by doing that. I'm gonna need a bunch of dirt blocks. Let's see. It's probably not going to be enough, but let's start off with this. I knew I wasn't gonna have enough grass and dirt, so I found myself a good spot to completely ruin and excavate all dirt and grass so I can put it down on my island. In fact, I'm gonna need several shulker boxes more. Well, that was a lot of grass placed. Of course, I kind of underestimated this. This is really more like 6 or 7 shulker boxes of dirt and grass. But you see, I've placed it till all the way up there and going down the hill over here. This patch over here is the back entrance to my dwarven base. And now we've got grassy wasteland. It's already looking slightly better with the grass. However, this is still screaming to be built on, so I'm not gonna do that necessarily right now. However, I do want to get some pathways laid out. In the future, definitely not this episode, but somewhere in the future, I plan on making some type of a custom forest biome over here, but I may still change my mind. However, this is not what I wanted to do this episode. The thing I want to do this episode, meaning like right now, I want to build an iron farm. Iron farm is a very important farm in any survival world, if you're looking to play a bit more long term, which is definitely what I'm doing over here. And I'm thinking a good location for the iron farm would be over here. These small islands just next to my main island, where I built the dirt cabin for my small villager breeder type thingy over here. Got some villagers in here. Yep, here they are. I'm gonna leave those here. They are going to be useful in building the iron farm itself. But yeah, this is not really going to be about the iron farm. This episode's mainly going to be about the build surrounding the iron farm. So normally you'd build an iron farm first and then afterwards create some kind of a shell around it. Yeah, I have different priorities. I'm going to build the shell first and then make sure that the iron farm fits inside afterwards. But this is also going to require a tremendous amount of resources, not as in a huge quantity, it's more like it's a big variety of different materials. So I have a bit of a list of materials I need. It's quite a long one. Just gonna grind my way through it, I guess. And although I may sound like it's a bad thing, I actually very much enjoy the entire grind of collecting all the resources and materials you need to complete a certain build. I for one think that it adds a lot of fun into the game. So here we are collecting some blackstone, of which I'm going to need quite a lot of. Also a tiny bit amount of quartz. Some more blackstone. I'm also gonna need quite a lot of stone and basalt and tough and deep slate and whatnot. And grindstone was my best friend at this point, because it really saves a tremendous amount of materials when crafting stairs and walls. I'm also going to require quite a lot of black stained glass, so let me just kill a bunch of squid over here to get their precious ink sacs, and also some red stained glass, so yeah, there we go. Right, that's most of the resources collected. I just need some more acacia wood, and I do have a perfect creeper farm up there in the sky, so let's not waste too much time chopping all those trees down. Let's use some TNT. I think it will go a bit faster. Okay, now I just need to make my way in here. Put down some TNT. Like that should do it. And run. Alright. Don't think I was supposed to put more than one TNT. I think the second explosion destroyed all of the drops from the first explosions. Huh. Well, let's try this again then. Alright, ready for attempt number 2. We're only gonna place down one TNT block this time. Alright, and run. Okay, now let's pick up all of the drops. I don't know if this saved me a lot of time, but it sure is a lot more fun to do. Alright, 3.5 stacks should be enough. And with that, I think I have everything I need to start building the actual thing. So, yes, including the anvils. It's a good thing I'm making an iron farm because this took up the last of my iron supplies. And the thing that I want to build over here is some kind of a big tower. And you can see I've laid out some kind of a gradient over here. We're gonna go from completely black to completely white, really. So it's gonna be interesting to work on. First of all, we need to do some terraforming with the island over here. I'm gonna bring it all up so we've got a bit of a higher rock on which we can build our tower. It's gonna be like a medieval-ish looking tower, late medieval period, maybe Renaissance era. I don't know, I'm not a historian, but it's gonna look nice. And with that being said, let's roll that time lapse. Goodness me, this was quite the building effort, but I am very pleased with the result. I mean, look at this. And I do think that the gradients, they work. It really works, going from very dark at the bottom to very light at the top, and then just to have a bit of a contrast, we have the black roof over here. This, yeah, I'm just super happy. We've got some hidden lighting behind here with the end rods. And also over there, so we don't have any mobs spawning on here. The only thing I do have on the roof is some snowfall. I may put some string over here to not have these... Wait a minute, can there be snow like where there's a wall? How is that a thing? I also did just a tiny amount of landscaping around the tower. I tried to make this rock look as good as possible. Not want to make it too detailed because I want the focus to be the tower, of course. Which, yeah, I really tried to make this a sort of building lesson for myself. Just tried to add more gradients than I ever did before, really, and it worked. I'm super happy, really. But yes, so far for the exterior. Right now, let's take a look on the inside of this thing. And of course, in the future, I'm also going to make some sort of pathway going a bit downhill over here, and then a bridge crossing this river over here, just so we can connect this up with the rest of our base on really the rest of the island we have here. The entire island really is my base, I guess. But taking a look on the inside, you'll see a whole large empty space down in here. And I'm thinking of building the iron farm itself around this level, about at the same level as these big windows over here. And then underneath that we can put the collection platform and some kind of a funnel leading down to like halfway down the tower, and there we can make the killing platform. And then maybe the bottom of the tower, like more down here, we can decorate this. Perhaps not this episode. We'll see how far we get and how much we get done. But yes, let's get started on this iron farm. First of all, I'm gonna install the floor. Okay, we're about finished with the structural part of this farm. Now it's time to get our villagers together. I've got some down here. Let's give them some food and then stare at them as they make babies. Yes, there we have one. That's perfect. That's good. And I think the best way to get these guys up into the tower all the way up to the farm is with a long stairway and some railroads and a minecart. Let's do that real quickly. Alright, everything's in place. Now let's get these villagers out of here. And let's use our trusty furnace minecart. Let's see if this gets this villager all the way up. Seems to be going okay. Seems to have made it all the way up. Let's see, is he in his little cell? Oh no. What? Oh, I see. The rail thing was wrong. Alright, rails should be fixed. Now let's get this guy on the track. And he's in. Oh, so is the furnace minecart. Alright, first villager in place. Now let's put the track so that the other two can make it up there. That is all three villagers in place. Now next step is get myself a zombie. Let's try and get him in this minecart. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Alright, let's name this guy Dude. Alright, let's see. Is he gonna make it in? And he is in. So is the furnace minecart. Let's get this, and then let's get that. Perfect. With everyone in place, we no longer need these stairs and railroads going all the way up to the farm. So let's take these down. And I've got these villagers down here. I think they might interfere with the rates of the iron farm, so I might relocate them. Now we can install the killing platform, just a small platform underneath a spawning platform connected with a glass tunnel. And then we just need to place down some signs. And we also need to put a lava bucket up here. Ouch, I burned myself. That's not good. I'm also very much stuck down here. Let's get out of here. And the final step will be placing down the water streams, guiding all of the iron golems into the killing platform. And with that, I think we now have a fully functioning iron farm. I'm standing outside right now because I don't have a way to get in here right now. Everything's sealed off, so I might need to do something about that. But I did already see a couple of iron golems spawn, so I'm just waiting on the next one. Come on, don't embarrass me like this. I did have to do some troubleshooting, so I'm still not sure if it's 100% operational as it should be, because there were some golems spawning on the edge of the window over here. Oh, there we have one right now. Of course, I also created a little platform in here. I really need to work on the interior over here, make it a bit easier to go around. I'm really curious to find out how much this farm will produce. So let's go AFK for about half an hour, and then afterwards have a look at the results. And that is half an hour past. Alright, let's have a look in this chest how much this farm produced in half an hour. And that is not too bad, I think. We've got 3 stacks and 25 iron ingots, which is about 220 something iron per hour, so that's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. I think it's definitely going to be good enough for what I want it to be. And you can see it's daytime now and the iron golems are still spawning. So this farm is working the way it's supposed to. And this is also built within the spawn chunks of my world. So this farm should actually constantly be running whether I'm around here or not. Because right over there, just behind those trees, was world spawn. That's where I spawn in this world. So yeah, this farm should constantly be providing me with iron and poppies. I'm still gonna work on the sorting system and everything, and definitely going to make this look a bit nicer on the interior. But I think for this episode I made... Ooh, we've got creepers spawning on the thing over there. That's not ideal. I may need to put in some glow lichen here and there just so I don't have any creepers blowing my precious build up. Also, the endermen are really annoying me. Look at this! What's this? I didn't place that there. And now I gotta go look from where the enderman took that block. Probably here. Yeah, endermen, they're like really ruining my world sometimes, and I'm really thinking of installing this plugin which disables enderman griefing, because I'm very much focused on building in my world and terraforming stuff, and if you then have endermen really ruining everything, I mean, it's really not fun anymore. And with this, my friends, I'm gonna call it an episode. I will finish the interior probably in between episodes and just give you a bit of a tour next episode, and then we will focus on our next building project. I mean, look at this. This is definitely the work of an enderman. I really hate them. What's that? Ugh, anyways, this is where I say goodbye to y'all. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next episode on Building with Flow. Goodbye.